G'day guys, here we are out in the Australian bush. Just thought I'd show you my semi-homemade quad bike. It's a 2000 model Honda GX160 frame, which I picked up for a couple of $100 and ended up fitting a Honda GX160 stationary motor to it. So we'll take a look at it. Righto, so as you can see, there's the Honda GX160 stationary motor. I've removed the governor from this engine. It's running 18-pound Honda valve springs. That's all I've done internally. It's got a Chinese knockoff Mikuni carb. I think it's a 22mm, and to run that you got to buy the special carb adapter. Over here on the power transmission side, we've got it's a knockoff of the Comet 30 series torque converter, which easily bolts up to these engines. Down the back we've got an 11-tooth sprocket on the back of the torque converter, down to a 60-tooth sprocket on the rear axle. I recently changed that out. It did have a 47-tooth, but it needed a bit more low-end torque, so I swapped out to the 60-tooth. It's 420 chain. Also just had to cut the muffler off and re-weld it in a different position just so it sat better on the frame. The fuel tank's made out of an old fire extinguisher from my brother. He cut it down, shortened it up, and just welded a bit of a cap on the top here to fill it up with fuel. The foot pegs were missing from the frame when I bought it, so I just knocked up a bit of square tubing, welded some mesh on the thing for somewhere for your feet to sit. It's a little bit dangerous because there's no guard at the front, so I don't let the kids ride this one, but it works for me. In the rear end here, when I pulled it all apart, someone had removed the factory bearings and really badly installed a set of trailer bearings in here, so I bought a new set of trailer bearings and had to grind down the races and that to get it to all fit together. But it was a cheap solution rather than trying to get genuine Honda parts for it, and it seems to be holding up alright. So while we're out here in the bush, I cable tie a milk crate just onto the front of it so I can carry some spare parts, cable ties, beers, a bit of rope in case someone breaks down, we have to tow them back, which happened yesterday. Yeah, it's handy just to be able to carry stuff around. It's got a set of handlebars off an old pit bike I had, so it's got a twist grip throttle like a normal two-wheeler. And for the safety police out there, yes, there should be a cover over the torque converter, but I shredded the belt the other week and it tore the cover to shreds, so at the moment it doesn't have a cover on there, but I'm the only one who rides it, so no problems there. So she's not the prettiest rig around the traps, but it does the job for me, so we'll take her out for a spin. Everyone ready for a race? Ready, go! Forgot to mention I only got front brakes, so bit of a bastard to steer and do the throttle and everything one-handed and try and film, so